What's up, guys? It's Black Metal Troy 322. I'm making a Reptilian Files vid part 2. Sometimes if I talk slow, it's because I'm trying not to stutter. But I got the Schlitz Blue Bull 40. Alright, we'll tell you a story about a guy named Thomas Edwin Castello. He was the senior security technician officer for the secret military slash alien underground base that's in northern New Mexico. And he was just in this base is seven levels deep. I mean, they got like these they got these elevators. They don't work by cables. They work by magnetics, because that's what the aliens use most of their technology with, magnetics or something. Well, anyways, he was in charge of the video cameras, passcodes, and all that stuff, for making sure no one gets into the off limit areas and shit like that. And the highest they had the white Draco, which is the top leaders. And then you have the regular reptilian workers. And then you have the human workers, And he was in charge of keeping control of them. And and one night, he started seeing people in jail cells down there, because they started letting them get like some deeper levels and stuff. And these people were like kidnapped people from the surface that the aliens were doing genetic experiments on, and all kinds of stuff, crossbreeding them with animals and shit. And he got mad. He's like, well, he didn't know about that till later, but he said, why are these people in the jail cells? And the aliens, the white Draco said, well, he knew the main white Draco. He always talked to him. They got big wings like gargoyles and shit. But he said, well, they're just insane people. We're keeping them down here just like a mental hospital because they're insane. Well, he believed that for a while, but he actually started talking to him. He wasn't. One of the rules was he wasn't allowed to talk to him. Neither were some of the other lab workers and stuff like that. Because really, the aliens did their own little experiments on the side, while the human lab workers were told to work on. So most of the human lab workers didn't know what was going on. When he started talking to some of these people in the cells, he started realizing that they weren't crazy and that they were kidnapped and all that stuff. So he talked to some of his other lab workers, told them what was going on, and some of them had an idea that was going on. So he said he was going to make a plan to get, but he said he was going to quit the facility and try to, get out of the whole thing. And what happened was they said, okay, well, like 3 of them said, okay, we'll do it, and then the other 2 said, well, we're too scared or whatever. So they made a plan to get, well, he was in charge of the video cameras, so he said, I'm going to get some videotapes of, showing the aliens walking around, showing y'all walking around, get some real documents proving that, a lot of the stuff that's going on, we're going to bring it out to the public. And they're like, okay. And then he went, and they made a date to do this on. It was like 3 days later or something. And so he comes back to work, and some reptilians So he's talking to his friends, and I think two reptilians walked up to him and said, "I know. See, the humans and the aliens aren't even allowed to talk to each other unless they're given permission to by the higher ups." Well, the reptilians walked up to him and said, we're not allowed to talk to y'all, but we haven't even been given permission to talk to y'all. But one of y'all's lab workers friends told us what y'all plan to do." They were like, "Shit." They were like, "You're not gonna, turn us in or anything." They're like, "No, you know, me and my friend Reptilian over here. They're two reptilian guys. I guess they're like, you know what? We're really against what our fellow reptilian brethren are doing to humanity. You know." They're like, "Oh." They're like, "Yeah, man. See, we were brought up to, just treat humans like cattle. But, we've talked to a lot of y'all humans, especially in the cells. And, y'all are pretty awesome beings, So these two reptilians started turning rebellious against, their own reptilian race. So they said that they were going to help them with the plan, So I guess the three lab workers, Thomas Costello, he's the main guy in the story. He said, "All right," and the reptilians said, "Okay, we're gonna do this and that," and the reptilians told him that there's a secret hole that they could get out of, and it leads to a sewer tunnel or something. I don't know. So they all got the documents. They even got some ray zap guns. I might have to do a part 2 on this vid. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to do a part 2. Well, he also snuck out these ray zap guns. I'll tell you about him. Well, he made three separate boxes with 3 separate stuff in them. Like one had a zap gun, some documents, and some videotapes, security camera videotapes in it. On each one had like a whole bunch of different stuff, documentation. Because he snuck this stuff out because he was the head of the security thing. The reptilians helped, make sure there was no suspicion going on, Well, I'll tell you. We'll probably tell you the rest in the next video here. That was Marduk La Grande Dance Macabre. La Grande Dance Macabre. Or Macabre, I don't know. It's a badass song. But, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think I didn't feel like really doing a whole 40 and 10 minutes tonight. Especially telling these crazy stories, I gotta give a shout out to Jerry Bearlight. That was an awesome vid. Awesome boots and stuff and the mugs. Gotta give a shout out to, everyone commenting on my videos and, everyone I comment on. Yeah, just Thomas Costello, dude. It's a long story, but I'm probably gonna chug some of this beer right now because I'm gonna get into the rest of it in the next video. I was at the part where, he had the 3 boxes with all the stuff in them, and they were getting ready to leave the, head out, sneak out, not seeing into the tunnels and everything. Give a shout out to Bruce 40. I now know why you got the tattoo. Seems like the more months after months that I drink this, it seems like the better and better it tastes. It's kind of strange, but yep. And I'm giving a shout out to the old cowboy and We've been getting on Blog TV, having great times, man. Swilling the beers. Well, see you in the next vid.